I just wanted to digress and ask you guys about how student life is there.
Yes,
Okay, so pretty much you're studying from 8 o'clock in the morning to midnight. Then you start the same thing over again, 8 o'clock to midnight.
The day's just fine.
That's not a good answer. Okay,
Yeah.
don't use that in an interview. Student life is actually, it's actually very active. There's so many different clubs that you can get involved with. I mean, there's a whole gamut of different clubs and activities that you do. I'm surprised like how much stuff I do extracurricularly besides studying, you know? But we have several different clubs that you can get involved with. Student life, as far as like interaction, are you worried that like you're going to be zombies? Is that what you're trying to think? Yeah, you're going to be kind of like zombies. But I guess student life at Touro is, you know, I like the environment in Touro. Overall, everybody's pretty friendly, you know? As much stress as they put on us, like, everybody's really just happy to be there, you know? And they just happy that they are in medical school and that they're going to become a factor in somebody's life as far as taking care of patients go. I think that's the general gist of what we get at Touro. And we have our bitter moments, you know? Life's tough. But as far as that goes, I mean, we have a pretty good sense of, you know, camaraderie amongst the school.
Absolutely. There's very little gunning at Touro. Everybody helps each other out. You know, we'll share, you know, our notes on, you know, our listserv and that kind of thing.
Yeah, but every single day there is well, at least every single week there's an email sent out of all the events that are happening every single day. And usually at lunchtime there's always something happening. There's either a lecture that's happening at like some guest lecturer coming from a different school, from whatever, a doctor giving a lecture on women's health or AIDS or whatever. There's always something every single day that they're giving a lecture on. So you have the advantage of going to those lectures. You have the advantage of going down to the lab, the OM lab, and we have it's called a student-run clinic where you're treating each other. You know, second years or first years, you're treating each other, and like it's basically run like a clinic where you go in and say, oh, I have a problem, my shoulder hurts. You go see a second year or a first year or a doctor, and they will treat you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fun.
I always feel good.
Very good after
Their student life, I mean, like, I totally have a lot more time than I thought. You know, before med school, I was like, oh, so I'm gonna get 3 hours of sleep each night. It's not true. You know, you want to stay balanced because it's like a marathon. You have to last the entire semester. So I mean, I go and I cook every day. I have time to just relax. You know, after dinner sometimes. And you know, yes, you do study till late at night, but you know, I get 6 or 7 hours of sleep every day. You know, I have time to relax. Sometimes I go out on the weekends. You know, it's not just you know, you in the book 24 hours, you know, a day. So you have a life.
It's really nice. I also, you know, just like in my top man, I'm just going to be studying because here at Davis, I was doing like 100 different things, like clubs, and like I was an RA, and I was doing research, and at the same time, I was participating in all the events we have, like on the quad, you know. And then obviously I had my own like science work, as in like classes, and I was like, I hope I still have that fun, you know. And I went to Davis. I did that. I went to Touro, and I joined clubs, you know. But then you have, the thing is, you're in a class of 150 people that you see every single day, and just everyone becomes friendly, and like people are constantly like throwing birthday parties for each other, or regular parties, and and different colleges are always interacting with each other. You know, if farm school is doing something, like they'll invite the other colleges. You know, Kong, which is medicine, is doing something. You know, we invite the other colleges. PA people, kids are doing something, they're inviting other colleges. And then we also have kind of like, it's not really an intramural thing, but it's like first years versus second years in like medical school. And we have like dodgeball games and basketball games,
Football.
football games. And one of my friends who's part of the SJA now, he's part of the athletic thing, he's thinking of putting together like an intramural thing. So that's definitely coming around the corner. And you know, it's developing, it's growing, but there's definitely time to go to parties, and people go to like San Francisco like every weekend, you know. I have a friend who comes up to Davis and goes to San Jose, like she just interchanges like every other weekend. You know, she just switches things around. But you definitely have time, and I'm doing tours right now for prospective students that have the interviews. And what I tell them is that I generally study 3 to 5 hours, depending on how much material we had that day. And then like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I pretty much have off. And so like I'll go into the city, San Francisco, and I'll come up to Davis sometimes. We'll go have fun.
Your second year.
Second year, it's definitely going to change because you know you have your boards that you have to study for. You know, your boards you have to study for, so that's definitely probably going to change. But I've just noticed that like if every day I study for 3 to 5 hours, I'm good. Like I have my weekends off pretty much, you know. Maybe I review something here or there, but then it makes it so much easier. And one thing I definitely learned is just the discipline of studying. Maybe it was too late for me, but I finally did it because I didn't really do that in undergrad. But like you finally like learn like, okay, this is gonna work for me, and then you sit down and you just learn to focus and you study, because ultimately all of your knowledge is gonna be to like save a patient, kind of, you know, whether it's an emergency situation or someone just comes in with a cold, but like ultimately you're gonna use it to save a patient, to treat a patient, and so you have to know your stuff. And you're gonna be taking boards along the way, so you really have to know your stuff. But if you just focus and pace yourself, there's plenty of time to do, you know, go shopping, party, whatever.
Who likes to party? Who likes to party? Just say, raise your hand. Raise your hand. I know you guys like to party.
Come on.
Okay. So parties at med school, for some reason, are really awesome. The reason why is because you know everybody. You know, you're all in the trench together. You know, and then all of a sudden, once the exams are over, woo, party time, and you know, it's a lot of fun. So everybody's close, and that's the nice thing about medical school. You kind of have to be close because you're all suffering together. When it comes down to actually socializing, everybody getting together, it's a lot of fun. And you'll find out that what's great about it is that we're all nerds, and we all realize that, and we can all be nerdy together at one big party. So, you know, you guys will have a lot of fun.
It's like undergrad, except you're going to start talking about like medical
Yeah.
terms. And, like, where's the idiom? Where's the idiom? It's like, what? You know, it's like,
It's cool though.
so it's like the smarter version.
And whenever I lose perspective, I look at my classmates who have a family, who has 2 kids, and then I look at myself. I'm like, you know, if they can do it, and they, you know, most of the time they're really good in med school. You know, then you know I can do it because I have enough free time to dedicate to med school. You know.
That's true.